Hello anybody and welcome back to Let's Play Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and in the last episode we started scaling Hoohoo Mountain. I'm not going to do that anymore, I'm just going to call it Hoohoo Mountain. So yeah, in the last episode we went through Hoohoo Village and we discovered, well, Fawful got in our way, and he basically stopped us from proceeding down to Bean Castle Town, and the castle, where apparently Cacletta is working on her next stage of the plan. But in order to get past that block, we need hammers, and to make hammers, we need some blocks from the top of Hoohoo Mountain. We can't get up there because Blobonodon is up there and hasn't been coming down since. And here we have some Beans, and we're gonna kill them. So what I'm gonna do is, even though I'm gonna cut most of the battles, when I start new videos, I'm not gonna cut my first encounters with them, in case this is your first time coming in. If so, hello! So, ow. I just said ow in a video. I'm done. I'm done, that's it. I'm finished. It's been fun. So I've already explained the mechanics on the dry bones and how they spin their head indicates who they're gonna hit. And they give pretty good experience, so that's good. And some Woo Beans. We'll need some of those. Gonna go quickly into our items, and no. Gonna quickly go into our items, and we have a lot of mushrooms. And heal up, because most of the healing will be our own responsibility. I would never recommend using syrups to heal BP unless you are totally out, because syrups are considerably less frequent in showing up than bleh. Oh. Now this was soon. So what just happened there is I just got the advanced version of a Brothers move, that specifically Luigi's move, and I will show that off in a minute. First I'm going to do Splash Brothers. In a few episodes ago when we got Brothers moves, we learned that if we do the advanced versions, which is no slowdown and no button prompts, if we do the advanced version of the move, we might develop new techniques and new ways of using it. And I'll show that off in the next fight we get. But first we're going to wash out these fiery gyroids. Fyroids! Because, okay, I have no idea what these things are. You put out the fire, they inhale the steam, it goes up to this thing, makes a tornado. I don't know what that is. If you have any ideas, please comment down below. If you don't want to, that's fine too. I'm gonna get you. And these guys will do just fine for showing off our new Brothers move. First, we're just gonna stomp this guy because I hate beans. In my experience, it's kind of random when you get the advanced version of a brother move. So if we do, let's do this in the slow-mo version first to see if we can't. Oh. So yeah, that's an advanced version of a move, which I messed up terribly. The thing about the advanced versions of moves is that they are considerably more difficult to pull off. And maybe that's just because I haven't used them as frequently. So let's try that again. Here we start with Mario. And then, okay, we start with Mario instead of Luigi, and then that enters a new set of button prompts, and ends with Mario and Luigi splitting up and hitting multiple enemies if there are multiple enemies, or just converging on the same enemy if there is only one enemy. So, yeah, as I was saying earlier, whatchamacallits is, BP points are more valuable than HP generally, just because of how infrequent syrups are compared to mushrooms early on in the game. There will be shops later on in which you could buy them en masse, which is nice and all, but I think they're more expensive too, and just in general, BP is something you want to conserve early on, because this is the last time I'm going to say this for a while, but with no ins in this game and no heal blocks, it's harder to heal FP or BP than it is to heal HP. Because we have like 25 mushrooms, but only 2 syrups left. So we went down there, and by making more Fyroids shoot tornadoes into the air, So by making these guys make more tornadoes in the air, we fly further, and by hitting this block, we cause something to happen far away, where we've already been. Wow, changing the terrain. We're going to want to spin over here with some tricky maneuvers and spin back. I think there's something over here, but maybe not. That's suspicious. This guy needs to... Oh. Okay, I really need to cut back on how much I'm using the brothers' moves. I'm doing it to get through the battles more quickly, but I only have one syrup left, and if I lose that syrup, I'm going to be hurting for a little while. Not terribly long. So this path brings us back down this way, and I didn't come up this way before because treasure over there, but we can't get it, and an X mark, but we can't do anything with that. So by hitting that exclamation mark block, we triggered this fountain, and we came around in a full circle from the last episode, because we started the episode over there, and now we're back here, and now, Pfizer, Thyroids. Oh no. So with another tornado, we're going to continue our ascent on the new path for Hoohoo Mountain. I think we actually have more than half of the mountain left. Well, from the start of this video, we had more than half of the mountain left, so we still have a fair amount of trials to go. And we got another 1-up mushroom. We haven't had to use 1-up mushrooms yet, and that's good. I mean, usually you don't have to by this point. So we keep following, and we actually come to another save point. There's a dude over there. I'm not gonna save. Well, actually, I am. So we come over here, and there's this thing with glowy eyes. First, we look around for treasure, like any RPG you would. We can't get the treasure up there, so there must be a secret. Let's talk to this guy. Ah, travelers. I am Hoohoolus, the ancient weapon of the Hoohoo civilization. Beyond this point, the path grows even crueler. You must prove yourselves up to the challenge. Dare you try this challenge? Yes, because we need to beat the game. You must start now, and you must catch 10 Hoohoo spirits within 30 seconds. Do not fall off the ledges, or you will immediately fail. So first we gotta put Mario in the back, and we gotta change to spinny jumps, because this is what we gotta do. We gotta catch 10 of these spirits in, well, pretty quick order. And if we fall to the ground, that's it. This is mostly just kind of a review to make sure you know how to use this move properly. And if you don't get them in time, they just kind of disappear, which sucks. You can press the spin button to terminate a spin jump early, which is nice. Oh, damn it. And there we go. You have cleared the challenge. Now for your next challenge. Oh boy, what's it gonna be? You must defeat me! Oh god. I didn't agree to this. Let us begin. So yeah, we already come up to a boss fight, Hoohoolus. He's gonna hide over here under one of these pillars. Well, we obviously saw what pillar he went under, so let's smash it. Oh, so he just goes and hides under the others. And he shoots lasers at us from the pillars. They're fairly slow, so you can see who they're going after. These pillars only have like 2 HP each, so they all die. They both die in one hit. So if hitting the pillar he's hiding under just causes him to go to the other one, what if we smash this one, and then this one? No hiding place for you, sir. So this will try and shoot us with its laser again and actually succeed. And now, we're gonna hit him as hard as we can. We're not gonna use the advanced version of that move because that's more, better suited to multiple enemies, and we don't need to break that pillar. Well, maybe we do. So we're just gonna hit and go right into Hoohoolus as quickly as we can. I think this is actually the first boss that can target both brothers with one move. Just kind of... Oh. And now he's starting to get a little antsy. Let's try the advanced version of this move, actually, starting here. And we break both of his covers in one move. That is actually pretty cool. A cool move to have for this part of the game. And he's all like, what? He starts his laser over there. Those moves, those perspective-based moves where they start from top and move to the bottom, or bottom and go to the top, are generally some of the harder moves in my experience to dodge in this game, because perspective is sort of a non-thing in this game. So, we're gonna aim for him again. We're gonna do another brothers move because... Oh. That is sad. Only did 1 damage to that. Luigi's brother moves don't tend to be as powerful as Mario's, so that's a little disappointing. Now, since Mario and Luigi always heal after every boss fight, never feel scared of using like all of your BP up, so long as, you know, you're doing reasonable damage to the boss. Like, don't waste it on destructible parts that just come back. Use it for the boss himself. Oh, that was sad. That was... I feel disappointed in myself. Let's see if we can... There we go! And there we go! Not a ton of experience for beating him, but... it was enough to push us over to the level 7. So last level we went with BP. This level I think I'm going to go with HP. And we put that in. Nice! And Luigi doesn't get a level up. You have passed this test too. Now you must face the test of reaching the summit. And now he disappears forever. If you look at these glyphs a little closely, they kind of look like a little laughing man, like with the orange hoop thing, him grabbing his stomach and laughing because he's laughing so hard and the top part's his head. I don't know, this game's a little ridiculous. Everything is laughing themed, and for a little while I considered, what if I pronounced all of the laughing themed places like how they're supposed to be, like Hoohoo Mountain or Hoohoo Village or Chuckle Huck? And then I realized, no, that's a terrible idea, and I'm not going to do that, because that would be annoying. So, now that that spiel is over, we can resume climbing Mount Hoohoo, or Hoohoo Mountain. Take your pick. Things do get a little bit harder, and there's a block over here. So that signifies to us that that is important, though otherwise it's kind of unnecessary. Come here, you! Oh, we got a new enemy here. So, this is a Rex, fresh from Super Mario World, and like in Super Mario World, when you jump on their heads, they get a little shorter. And that's important, because if you don't make them shorter on the first turn, they will... Oh, I got lucky. The more you stomp them, the shorter they get, and I think that's about... They have 3 stages of height, and the shorter they are, the easier they are to counter when they charge at you. If they're at max height, I think they might actually be impossible to dodge. Luigi leveled up, though, and that's great, so let's give him some extra health. HP is never a bad idea for upgrading, in my experience in RPGs. It's always been one of my favorite things to upgrade. We got 2 Rexes here instead of 1, so we might want to take care of that, and I know exactly how to manage that. With our new move. Our fairly new move. I mean, I've showed it off twice, but now they're both short enough that they're not that big of a deal. And now they're really short. Aww. Poor guys. I actually am surprised how few of the enemies from that appeared in Super Mario World have transitioned over to other Mario games, like the Rexes, the Dino Rhinos, and just... There are generally some unique enemies in that game I wouldn't mind seeing again. Even the hard-shelled Goombas that weren't really stompable. Actually, those guys suck. I don't like them. So we come back up here to this mountain, and we have a really tricky jump over there. Now, if we try to go down here, this will take us over here, where we need to do a thing. So we're going to do that. We're going to fill Mario with water, and work our way down here. And Mario drank too much water, and he gets overhydrated, and he dies, because you can die from drinking too much water. It's kind of an unpleasant thing to think about, really, and it would be an embarrassing way to go. I mean, I like water. I have water right here, but this is a stupid point of conversation. And these stairs right here are a little busted, but I think that's supposed to suggest that this used to be a fairly more complete area before something, and then it got smashed. So of course, we want to get all of the treasure, because syrups are very valuable at this point in the game, and I would not waste the opportunity to get them. And this area is a little wraparoundy. It's not a very straightforward path, and it's easy to forget what paths you have taken. Hoohoo Mountain is just kind of like that. We got more enemies to murder. I just wanted to take a moment to go look at my experience, because 404, experience not found. You know, it's kind of interesting that they have the same amount of experience, but I guess the Bowser fight at the beginning didn't really count. I don't know. I guess that suggests that Mario has more innate experience, or is a faster learner than Luigi, and I'll believe that. Alright. I always, as a rule of thumb in RPGs, I explore bottom areas before I go to top areas, unless I'm going downwards, in which case I explore top areas before I explore bottom areas. This sounds really dirty, but it's not. This area is all messed up, and it'll really put your platforming skills to the test. Not really. It's not that bad. I mean, it might look kind of intimidating in a couple places, but otherwise, this area is not too bad. It's just a quick review. Like, I would actually classify this as your final test for the brothers' moves. Oh, and we got another brothers' move advanced. Sweet. So if you use the harder versions of the brother moves, you will get their alternate versions fairly more quickly. We're gonna want to aim at this guy because we want to make him shorter. Because otherwise we can't do anything about him. He's gonna spin his head at us, and he's gonna hit us. I've always had trouble with the dry bone spinny heads, especially later on, but that's a spoiler. So let's try out this new move on the Rex. And oh! So as you can see there, in Mario's move, when he does that, what he does is after his first leap off of Luigi, he has to press A when he's hovering over Luigi, and then he'll do a spin, and Luigi will press him up into the air, and then Mario will slam down. It's mostly Mario-based button prompts, so it's not too hard to remember, and I think it's more powerful. For some reason, some of the advanced versions of moves, even though they're harder, don't feel more powerful or satisfying than their normal forms. Summit ahead! Beware of excessive whirlwind spinning. I'm guessing because if you do, you will throw up. That would be unpleasant. We got more beans to kill! But first treasure. And now bean murder. Oh. I'm actually going to save the rest of my BP for the rest of this ascent because, well, you can probably guess that there might be a boss maybe at the top of this mountain. That's right, 2 bosses in one video maybe. And that doesn't get us anywhere, even though it looks like it might. So we want to jump back up here and spin onto this thing. Wrap all around, and we're almost at the summit. And if we look off in the distance there, we can actually see Bean Castle. Or maybe that's Hoohoo University? I don't remember. I just know that these places were mentioned in the prologue of the game, so they're not spoilers. Woo. Quick save my bacon. And if you try starting to spin in a whirlwind, it doesn't work. Okay, this is getting silly. Alright. There we go. And that brings us over here, where we get a mushroom and a syrup. And try not to get tricked out by the perspective of things here. And if we come around up here, I think this brings us to the top of Mount Hoohoo, or Hoohoo Mountain. I keep forgetting what it is. And we look out there and we can see the castle or the university, or maybe it might even be Chucklehuck Woods. I'm not sure. No, there's Bean Castle. That's a really silly looking castle. There's the university. There's the... Hello, smiley faces. If we look down, we can see everything. Everything. We can kind of see another look at the world. You know, I've always found it weird that telescopes in video games, telescopes and binoculars tend to be kind of useless and not really a big deal. And we have a save point right up here. So I'm guessing that place up nestled in the forest is one of a future places we'll be going to. Everything you see we'll be going to. So now that we're at the summit, maybe we can get some rocks to make hammers out of. It's actually these rocks. And if you look closely, you can see they have smiley faces on them. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Fools! What are you kicking that for? That's a really rare stone. It's called a Hoohoo block. And I'll tell you, anyone who tries to kick a Hoohoo block down the mountain is a thief in my book. Huh? My name? Oh, right. I'm called Blablanadon. Was that? The townsfolk are all worried about me. Really? But I didn't mean to make them worry. See, what happened is this. I saw Prince Peasley and followed him up here. And then I saw that this huge egg had appeared. I was shocked. I was speechless, which is rare. So anyway, I've just been here keeping this poor egg warm ever since. Yup, that's the deal. I think something will hatch out of it pretty soon. That's what happens with eggs.
You're genius.
Oh, it's here. It's time. Oh, wow. It's about to hatch. I can't take the suspense.
You look pleased as punch. Ooh.
Back? Well, that's a shock. Talk about one crazy egg.
Thank you. Bye, Blablonodon. Oh, ooh. Uh-oh. Whoa. And we have another boss fight already. It is Dragohoho. Dragohoho. He has a beard, or a goatee, and eyebrows. Very notable eyebrows. He's gonna spit boulders at us, and it's gonna hurt. This is probably... I'm not gonna get into the habit again. I'm not gonna get into the habit of saying this is probably where the game gets hard, or this is the first hard boss in the game, but this boss is actually fairly challenging for what he is. So, oh no. What we want to do is try out our new moves yet again, and get the timing messed up. Timing is harder on that. So when this guy tilts his head back to spit a boulder, he'll aim at Mario, and when he keeps his head low, he's gonna spit at Luigi. It's a fairly simple pattern to remember. And we're gonna wanna just use the basic move for Luigi because there aren't multiple targets. Oh geez, that looked painful. So we're gonna wanna get rid of this pronto, because we don't want him to do that, because it makes him taller, and basically the taller he is, whether he's oh god, this is bad. The taller this guy is, the harder his moves are to hit, dodge. And that includes whether he's just tall normally, like that, or if he's standing on a block. First things first, we need to heal Luigi. So now we get to see the animation when we throw a mushroom in his mouth. These are pretty hard moves to dodge. And now we're going to do the same thing to Mario because I'm not going to have a death here. No. There we go. Scarf it down! Scarf down that off-colored mushroom. So yeah, like any boss in the game, don't be afraid to use your BP. And just kind of... Oh, I got the timing on that right, actually. I actually looked at... Ooh. So I think it's with 2 hits, his height goes down. I didn't mean to do that. But with 2 hits, his height goes down considerably. So it's not that big a deal anymore. And I'm going to keep using the advanced move because it's cool and I think it's more effective, even if the timing is weird. Oh, that looks painful. Get down from there. And his moves are really hard to dodge. I mean, I don't think I'm exaggerating here with the difficulty of this move. Now we need to stock up on BP again because it runs out pretty quick in boss fights, and this is what the BP is for. But we do want to get rid of this block right here because he is wrecking us up as it is. There we go. Now he's back to being a short dragon. The Rexes and their shortness kind of prepared you for this, I guess you could say. But I digress. We need to finish this guy off. And I'm not sure how much health he has. Oh, that was perfect timing. 50 experience, a super mushroom, and a lot of money, too. So we actually leveled up from that. That's great. We get 2 levels in this video. That's great, great, great. And now that Mario is leveled up again, we're going to put more power into his power. He's going to be more powerful. Ah, only 1. That is sad times. Now Luigi levels up too. So we are going to put some points into his defense, which already got 3 points, but hey, I'm greedy. I can get behind being... Oh, come on. Well, I guess I've gotten some pretty good bonuses lately. Anyway, now that the fight is over... Whoa! Cheers to your mustaches!
This incredibly dazzling man is none other than Prince Peasley. What happened to you?
Well, I suppose you could call it a bit of an accident. As I was investigating events throughout the country for this top-secret mission I'm on, I suddenly encountered Cacletta and her vile underling Fawful here on this mountain. But by the time I realized who the fiends were, it was too late. They transformed me into that and shut me inside the egg.
Ah, my eyes!
Is that so? Princess Peach's voice has been stolen?
Finger wag.
I wouldn't worry about Princess Peach. I'm quite sure she'll be fine. At any rate, we should chase after Cacletta. I want you to visit Queen Bean in Bean Bean Castle once you climb down the mountain. It may be that Cacletta's next target is in Bean Bean Castle. I'd bet my life on it. Oh, here's a gift from me. Autographed, of course.
Woo.
Yes, I think a rose matches your green perfectly. If you show that rose at Bean Bean Castle, they'll permit you to enter.
Ah!
And with that, I must get back to my mission. May we meet again.
Aw, Luigi's starstruck. So after that, Blabonodon actually does us the grace of bringing us down the mountain. What do you have to say for yourself? Can I talk to you?
I'll take you up to the summit. Wanna go to the summit?
No. I'm gonna fall down here is where I'm gonna go. So actually, now that we've talking to Prince Peasley and taken care of that, well, now that we defeated Prince Peasley, or Dragahoho, and turned Prince Peasley back to normal, that's that mystery solved. So we're gonna go in this house and find nothing. We're gonna go over here and find nothing. There's just one loose end I want to tie up before we end off this video, and that is the matter of hammers. Or should I save that for the next one? Actually, I think I will. I'm gonna do that. I am gonna go save, and I am going to go figure out the matter with hammers in the next one. So, I mean, this video was actually pretty good progress. We finished up Hoohoo Mountain. We found out Prince Peasley was on top of the mountain, turned into a dragon, turned him back to normal, got the blocks down to who-you-ma-call-it's, the Hammerhead brothers. We got them their block. We're going to get our hammers in the next one, and then we can continue pursuing Fawful and Cacletta to Castle Bean Bean in the next one. I hope to see somebody then. That was awkward as